What's up, people? Course here, coming at you with another Paragon deck build. Today we're going to be taking a look at my boy Narbash again. And let's go ahead and jump into it because I've fixed them up a little bit with some of the universal cards. So let's see how that looks now. So we start out with the Centurion. I'm running Narbash straight up support. So I build him a little bit tanky, but mostly utility. You know, health regen, healing, some shields, all that good stuff. Make him a real threat just because of the stun and because of all the survivability he brings to the team. So that's also why I go the Centurion. I want to be out on the field as long as he can. The extra 500 health will help me take an extra hit or two, depending on what point of the game we're in. So that's why I hit the Centurion up first. As we get down to the consumables, I only have 36 points in, so you can fill this up a little bit more if you want, but I didn't. So I do a health potion, Scout's War, and then I go with the Shepherd's Vow instead of the mana potion. And I'll probably throw a Shaman's Drink in there too, just so he has a little more mana regen later game. Because mana is, he goes through some mana fairly well, especially if he's doing his healing ability, that Song of Our People, I think is what it's called. Now, as we get down here to the deck proper, I have a couple of throwaway cards, which are the Circlet of Health and the Silver Spear. And then the rest of the deck is the deck proper. So the Circlet of Health, I like to build this up pretty early if I can. I like it because of the health regen aura, grants 2.8 health regen to yourself and nearby allies. I like this card because it's basically like having a weak mana health potion with you pretty much all the time. So you're always regenerating that health. You're always regenerating that health for or giving your carry health regen, and that really helps out in the fight. That helps you poke out the enemy. So I like having that health regen in there. For that card, I build basic manas, just because that's all you really can build on there. And a little bit of extra mana does help too. Now the second card I build usually is the Silver Spear. Now this card is 6 power, 1.4 health regen, 30 mana, then 6 power once you fully upgrade it. I equipped it with 2 lesser heals and then a minor strike. This card right here, I like because it does give the health regen, and with the 2 lesser heals plus the Circlet of Health, you have a pretty good health regen going. You can really harass some people and take a few hits, you know, then speed out of there before they can really do some good damage to you, and then you just heal back up fairly quickly, especially with your Song of Our People. Now the next card I usually build, and sometimes I might skip the Silver Spear and just go Circlet of Health, and I'll go straight to the Clinching Scales. So this card right here is 50 health, 0.3 mana regen, then it gives you the 0.6 mana regen to yourself and nearby allies. And this is why I like this card. I actually love this card. It gives a team heal, heals yourself and nearby allies for 225 health, and grants 21 basic armor for 20 seconds. Allies can only use the benefits from team heal once every 20 seconds. And it costs 75 mana. Now I like this card because of the actual heal that it gives you. I think that is amazing. That heal has saved people so many times, because I also run this on Muriel and I now run it on Decker as well, and that heal is godsend sometimes. Now one thing that I didn't pay attention to is that plus 21 basic armor. The heal on top of that armor makes your carry, or everybody who's in your area, a lot more tanky. It allows them to take more hits. It allows them you know, one of my Murdoch was fighting a Kalari or a Chimera, and once I popped the Clinching Scales, I saved his life, and it reduced the Chimera's damage enough to where my carry could finish him off before he could kill him. So I mean, the card is definitely beneficial. I like having it in the deck. Now as we get to the rest of the cards here, all these cards, and I built a little funky because I have the Quenching Scale, so some of these are a little higher than usual, but it depends on how you want to build. I usually won't build Honor of the Pure first because it does better once you get to higher levels. So maybe once I get to level 12, I'll build Honor of the Pure, but I usually like to build it close to last. Honor of the Pure and then Thermo Bond usually, but it depends. I might go with the Clear Heart if I can get that that extra mana regen, so that I know I have that. but also because of the passive. Increases all healing received by 15%, including health regen and life steal. So this is awesome with the kit that I'm running for Narbash, because of course he does have a heal by himself without any of the bonus cards. But also with the Clinching Scales and the Overflowing Gift that I usually build a little bit later. This card really does help keep the team alive. That plus 15% is amazing. Now, if you also have a Quang in your team comp, that's also awesome as well, because it counts for lifesteal. So I like this card with this kit because that extra healing does seem to make a difference, especially you know, if you and your team are somewhat coordinated. You can really steamroll people. Next, I have the Overflowing Gift. This card gives you another 0.3 mana regen, and it grants +6 health regen for 15 seconds to yourself and nearby allies. And I equipped this with an Advanced Spark and 2 Chrono. So a lot of mana regen there. I like this card for the same reason. I like building Narbash to have this this utility, the shields, a lot of health regen. Now, if this was Legacy, this health regen wouldn't be that big of a deal. But since health got nerfed so ridiculously, even the Overflowing Gift, the health back that you get from that, still makes a difference even in the later game, especially if you pair it with your Song for Our People and any of your activation cards like Clinching Scales or Honor of the Pure. The shield plus the regen is a very deadly combination, and it really helps keep your team alive. Now, Honor of the Pure, this is usually, like I say, I'll build this after Overflowing Gift, and that is, it gives you 50 health, 30 mana, and it gives you a team shield. So you consume 100 mana to shield yourself and nearby allies for 3 seconds, absorbing up to 125 plus 25 times the player level. So if you're level 15, once you put this on, you'll be blocking 500 damage, which is pretty dang good. So that, on top of the Clinching Scales, on top of the regen, you can really help your team take some punches. And then I have the 2 health cards and then a 60 mana here. So give me a little bit of health, keep that mana pool up. And the last card that I usually build is called Thermal Bond. Now, if you're getting focused early on, like for some reason they want to jump on a Narbash or jump on any tank, because you can use this on Steel, Rampage, whatever Steel. I like using it on tanks. But if they're focusing you, you might want to build this a little bit earlier, because it will just give you a little more survivability. But it is a high cost card, 8 points. So it gives you 100 health, 4 ability, and then the unique passive is Determination. Heal for 12% of your max health over 4 seconds after being hit by a stun, root, or knockup. This effect can stack. So I like this card because with Narbash, on top of all the healing that he has already, on top of his shields and the regen, the Clinching Scales, this card just adds, just makes him even harder to kill. So I like this card. I like the way this kit works out. Like I said, I need to try a few more games with it just to make sure that it's as good as I think it is. But let me know what you think about the deck build if you try it out. The Thermal Bomb, by the way, I built with 3 lesser healths. So that's the deck build I'm running for Narbash right now. I'm enjoying it. It seems a lot of fun. He seems to be a real pain in the tail for the enemy team, that's for sure. But in any case, let me know what you think about the deck build, people. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and make sure to share the video out. It helps me out a lot, and somebody else might get a benefit from it. As always, people, I appreciate you watching the video. This is Orsa Course. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.